Close your eyes and picture a stripe sliding through the green, a shadow that is muscle and silence. The tiger is the forest's contradiction, solitary yet sovereign, graceful yet deadly, an animal whose very stripes carry the map of its identity. Hello and welcome to Hidden Source News. As always, please subscribe to the channel to help us grow and provide more content. In this film, we travel from the steaming mangroves of the Sundarbans to the snow-laden forests of Russia, following the last wild tigers as they hunt, mate, raise young, and fight to survive in a shrinking world. We will uncover not just the physical might of these apex predators, but the stories, behaviors, and struggles that define their existence. Tigers belong to the genus Panthera and the species Panthera tigris. Historically, naturalists described 9 tiger subspecies, including 3 that have vanished in the 20th century, the Bali, Javan, and Caspian tigers. The remaining subspecies, Bengal, Indo-Chinese, Malayan, Sumatran, Amur or Siberian, and South China, each evolved unique adaptations to their habitats. Modern genetic studies suggest there are fewer genetically distinct populations than once thought, but field research continues to reveal subtle differences in morphology and behavior. Isolation by mountains, rivers, and human development has further splintered these populations, reducing gene flow and making conservation of each group vital to preserving the species' genetic diversity. Scientists debate subspecies classification not for academic exercise alone, but because these definitions influence conservation strategies and laws. Tigers once ranged across Asia from the Black Sea to the islands of Indonesia. Today they survive in fragmented pockets, the tidal mangroves of the Sundarbans straddling India and Bangladesh, the lush, prey-rich grasslands and forests of central India, the cloud forests of Southeast Asia, the peat swamp jungles of Sumatra, and the boreal forests of the Russian Far East. Each environment demands different survival strategies. Amur tigers in Russia's Far East endure temperatures dropping below -40 degrees Celsius, requiring thick fur, a layer of insulating fat, and larger body size to conserve heat. In contrast, Sumatran tigers navigate dense undergrowth with a more compact frame and darker coats for camouflage in low light. Sundarbans tigers, unique among big cats, regularly swim between islands, hunting spotted deer and even fish along the brackish channels. Tigers are physical masterpieces. Males can weigh from 100 kilograms to over 300 kilograms, with females generally smaller but equally agile. Their skull is broad with powerful jaw muscles anchoring to the sagittal crest, allowing for a bone-crushing bite. Long, curved canines pierce and hold prey, while the carnassial teeth slice through flesh with surgical efficiency. Their shoulders and forelimbs are exceptionally muscular, adapted for grappling prey, while the hind legs deliver explosive acceleration for short ambush runs. Despite their size, tigers can leap over 9 meters in a single bound. Their night vision is 6 times more sensitive than ours, giving them dominance under the cover of darkness. Vibrissae, whiskers, provide spatial awareness in dense vegetation. Fur patterns, unique to each individual, not only conceal them in dappled light but serve as a visual signature for researchers using photo identification. Tigers are solitary ambush hunters, relying on stealth and calculated movement. They will often spend hours shadowing prey, approaching from downwind to mask their scent. Prey includes a range of medium to large ungulates, chital, sambar, wild boar, Gore, and in the Russian Far East, elk and musk deer. Once in range, a tiger launches an explosive sprint, using its forelimbs to hook and topple prey before delivering a killing bite to the neck or throat. This method minimizes risk and maximizes efficiency. After a kill, the tiger will often drag its prey to cover, consuming large amounts before covering the remains with leaves to return later. This caching behavior helps sustain them during lean periods. Tigers are solitary, but not antisocial. Their territories overlap. Males with several females, but same-sex encounters are rare and often aggressive. Territorial boundaries are marked with urine, feces, tree scratches, and roars. Roaring serves multiple purposes: advertising presence, deterring rivals, and signaling to potential mates. Communication includes chuffing, a friendly vocalization exchanged between mates or between mother and cubs, and scent marking that conveys reproductive status and identity. In multi-predator landscapes, tigers avoid direct conflict with leopards or dholes by hunting at different times or targeting different prey sizes. Breeding can occur year-round, but peaks in cooler months in some regions. Courtship is brief but intense, with mating occurring multiple times over several days. Gestation lasts somewhere between 93 and 112 days. Litters typically number 2 to 4 cubs born blind, weighing about 1 kilogram. Mothers nurse cubs for about 6 months, but solid food is introduced as early as 8 weeks. She teaches hunting skills gradually, first by bringing dead prey to the den, then wounded animals for cubs to practice killing. Cubs stay with their mother for up to 3 years, learning territory navigation and survival skills before dispersing. Cub mortality is alarmingly high, often exceeding half of all births. The causes are many: predation by leopards, wild dogs, or even other tigers, as well as starvation and disease. Infanticide, committed by males taking over a territory, poses a significant threat too. But play behavior is absolutely crucial. Stalking, pouncing, and wrestling all help build coordination and muscle strength. Mother tigers invest heavily in their offspring, and honestly, her ability to provide food and protection often determines which cubs survive. Those cubs lucky enough to reach independence must quickly establish their own territories to avoid conflict with resident tigers. Tigers are, revered in folklore, art, and religion across Asia, symbolizing strength, courage, and protection. Yet, with human expansion, conflict has only increased. Sometimes tigers prey on livestock, prompting retaliation from local communities. On rare occasions, they attack humans, most often old or injured individuals unable to hunt normal prey. Mitigation strategies include predator-proof enclosures, compensation for losses, and ecotourism initiatives that provide economic incentives for local people to protect tigers. Education campaigns play a role as well, helping to foster coexistence by highlighting the tiger's vital ecological role. Every tiger's stripes are unique, functioning almost like a fingerprint. Genetic studies reveal that isolated populations suffer from reduced diversity, making them more vulnerable to disease and environmental change. Rare color morphs, such as white tigers, occur due to recessive alleles, not because they are separate species. Amur tigers have fascinating physiological adaptations for the cold, things like a slower metabolism and thicker coats, while Sundarbans tigers may have adaptations for swimming and salt tolerance. Tigers face a whole host of threats: poaching for skins, bones, and other body parts, habitat loss, prey depletion, and the impacts of climate change. Road building and logging fragment their territories, making survival even harder. As prey decline, tigers are forced to range farther, which increases the risk of conflict with humans. Climate change, in particular, may shrink the mangrove habitats in the Sundarbans, while agricultural expansion threatens grasslands and forests elsewhere. Conservation successes in India and Russia actually show that recovery is possible. India's Project Tiger and community reserves have increased tiger numbers in some parks. Russia's anti-poaching laws and habitat corridors have stabilized the Amur tiger population. Today, modern tools like camera traps, GPS collars, genetic analysis and community patrols are all being used to help. And really, international cooperation is essential to protect migratory corridors and to curb illegal trade. Tigers are in many ways living symbols of wilderness. Protecting them safeguards entire ecosystems. Supporting conservation organizations, promoting habitat protection policies and reducing demand for illegal wildlife products can secure a future where tigers still roam wild. Thank you for watching, and if you like the video, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel to help it grow and see more content.